Hi, everyone, and welcome to Loading Ready Live. Tonight on the show, Alex has prepared a very educational-sounding demonstration for us, so take it away.
This is a real classic that my grandfather taught me. It's sort of an equal and opposite reaction. So what we can do is
Sorry, I've just decoded that signal I found, and I think you should see it.
I mean, we're kind of busy right now, Paul.
I wouldn't ask if I didn't think it was critical. I think we all need to see this.
Well, okay. Sorry, Alex. I guess we'll have to reschedule for next month.
Back into the pit I go.
All right, Paul. Let's see it.
Rolling.
I am broadcasting this message to you from the 1322nd day of December. By your calendar, our calculations show this to be the 1397th day of March, or sometime in the linear year 2023. I've encoded this message in order to warn you of the troubling times that lie ahead of you. Heed my words. This warning can only consist of this single message. In our time, memes have become so powerful and so short-lived that their endurance is now measured in negative time. Sufficiently powerful and incomprehensible memes are now capable of echoing backwards in time. This message is encoded within the most powerful, most sophisticated, most intractable TikTok our civilization remain capable of producing. Its creation alone has depleted our remaining clout reserves, ensuring our descent into the indistinguished heat of the random net. We entrust its content to you, our forebears, in hopes that you can avoid the calamities that befell us. Oh, whoa, I remember this meme. This is an old-ass meme. This is the Rylock meme. Oh shit, Rylock!
And reposted. Anyway, it's live, so something's gonna happen.
From near and far, young and old, people of every shape, ability, and gender, welcome to Loading Ready Live. Today on the show, we bemoan the duality of man and his creations in This or That. We outsource our gift shopping in yourxmisswish.com. And we run down the naughty list in Santa Confessionals. Man, how many episodes has it been? If we stop now, it'd be pretty dece. Yeah, dece nuts. Well, all this and more on Loading Ready Live. Starting right now.
Welcome, everybody, to Loading Ready Live here on December 19th. It is our final Loading Ready Live of this year, 2020, and we are pleased that you could be here with us. Shout-outs for that intro, which, as some people in chat noticed, was indeed made in Trackmania. The scale was absolutely enormous. I thought I had it written down who I wanted to give that shout out to. Paul, if you're still around, who made that the intro? The
that
Trackmania.
was Jeezy.
Thank you. Yes.
Who?
So thank you so much for that.
Is from the UK, so may not be watching now, but great job, and see you in the replay.
Yeah, my favorite detail was the cars coming to a stop at the end on the chairs in Studio C, the big quarter pipe ramps. Thought that was excellent. So tonight we are going to start off with another This or That, because we have many in the backlog, and this one is holiday themed. So let's get over to welcome our squad of This or That participants this evening. I'm Graham, if I didn't already say, and James is here. Yo. And Ian is here.
It's your boy.
With a horrifying Colonel Sanders in the background. And Cameron is here.
Hello.
And Serge is here.
Hello.
And I actually had time today to put together a proper slideshow from the images provided by Sarah, who sent this one in and claims that this was all tested by Cole, and both of them have been fans for a very long time. And hope that you are prepared for Hallmark Channel Christmas movie or Yankee Candle scent?
So my favorite
Okay.
part of this category is we weren't given any information ahead of time what we signed up for. Just that it was
Correct.
holiday themed.
Correct.
Huh.
Okay. I didn't know we were going for like the final level of like only connect here.
Yeah, the ultimate challenge.
I choose Twisted Flax.
Absolutely. So the first one, or rather, I will tell you, both is a possibility, and
Okay.
in the interest of not making this super impossible, there are two.
Okay.
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 There are
Okay.
two
Okay.
boths. So, number one, Christmas cookies.
Oh my God.
The candle. I'm gonna go with
yeah,
candle.
Candle. I also need to just go with candle there.
Slamming both off the bat.
I'm gonna go with candle.
I'm afraid it is a movie from 2016. A corporate agent is sent to a small town to buy a cookie company and shut down
Pardon
its
me.
factory. When she starts falling in love with the factory's owner, the town's Christmas spirit takes over.
No.
Does she toss the cookies? Like
Go to a small town, shut down that cookie factory at Christmas time. Number two.
This is
A
what we
chi-
started with. I'm sorry, Graham.
It's okay.
Oh.
Number two, A Child's Wish.
God, I hope that's a movie. I
I
don't
bet that would
know
not
what
be
definitely
a
want to light
candle.
that one on
like-
fire.
Smell
You know
on
what?
that's gonna
Actually, I'm gonna say it's a candle, just because it seems tremendously inappropriate for it to be a candle. Therefore, has to be a Yankee Candle scent.
It is a candle.
God, I hate everything.
A warm breeze of soft flowers and fresh green fields captures the sweet innocence of childhood days playing in the backyard.
doesn't smell anything like a Pikachu hug.
Number three, Christmas Magic.
Say that
Sorry,
one again.
Number three, Christmas Magic.
Christmas magic.
I'm going with both on this one.
Yeah, this one feels like a both to me.
Yeah.
I'll go movie only just to break the tie.
I'm with Team Other Side here. Team both.
Okay.
So it is a candle. Classic Christmas scents, balsam and pine, take a sophisticated turn with hints of birch and eucalyptus,
Uh-huh.
and a movie.
Yeah, what's up?
Here
Carrie
we go.
Bishop is a successful event planner living in New York City. Her life changes when she is involved in a car accident and wakes up in Central Park, where she is met by an older man, Henry, a spirit guide who is there to instruct her how to get to heaven. He explains to her that in order to move on, she must complete one task: help widower Scott Walker, the owner of a struggling restaurant.
So I know we're only three
First
in,
question.
but I think I've got a read on this now.
Okay, first
Yes,
question.
James?
She's in a car. How did she get to I need to watch this movie. How did she get to Central Park?
Positive you don't need to watch this movie.
I mean, it's a ghost who is helping. It sounds like my jam. Let's do it.
Yeah,
I'll report back.
Okay. Number four, Moonlight and Mistletoe.
To me, that sounds like a candle.
I feel like that doesn't that's too explicit to be a Hallmark movie. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Candle.
No, I'm gonna go with film. This is
See,
a movie.
My read on this now is if I think it's a candle, it's a movie. So I'm going with movie.
Serge does have this figured out.
Yeah.
Surge.
All right.
Holly Crosby is the daughter of Nick Crosby, played by Tom Arnold, the owner
God.
of Santaville, an amusement park focused on Christmas, open 365 days a year. Fed up with being second fiddle to her father, who's devoted to the amusement park with all of his heart and soul, she leaves him in her teenage years. Years later, she is a successful businesswoman in the big city who is devoted to her work but does not have a social life. A few weeks before Christmas, she receives a call from Peter, her father's employee, informing her he was injured in a sleighing accident. Although she is estranged, she immediately packs her bags and heads back to Santaville.
Wait,
little
Candace
town?
Cameron married Pavel Bure?
All right,
Good for
100%.
them.
I'm gonna whatever the worst movie we can collectively agree is the worst after this game tonight. I'm going to watch whatever we agree upon later tonight and live tweet because I'm just down now.
All right.
I want to do it,
All right.
so we gotta figure that out.
All right.
Number 5. Deck the halls.
Both.
Yeah. Concur. Both.
Going by Surge's system, I say yes, this has to be both.
Let's go 4 for 4 here. I'm also on team both here. I think isn't like a Tim Allen movie, Deck the Halls? I'm confused here.
Tim Allen's been in a lot of Christmas movies. He was not in Deck the Halls with Matthew Broderick, Danny DeVito, Kristen Davis, and Kristen Chenoweth, but that was not a Hallmark movie. This is a candle.
Oh,
Wait. So there is a movie called Deck the Halls, but we're not talking about that movie?
Correct, because it's not a Hallmark Channel
crap.
movie.
Right.
Well, that's what got me.
You'll fa-la-la in love with this delightful
Oh my
holiday
God.
scent. It's a merry symphony of cedar, bergamot, fir needles, and musk.
I mean, sounds okay.
I'm angry.
Number 6, Christmas Wish.
I mean,
Yankee Candle has already established that they don't know how the scents work, so yes, this is definitely a candle.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that this is a candle.
But I feel like it's also a movie.
So let me walk you through my thing here. I'm like, all right, Christmas Wish. That should be the name of a movie. Therefore, it's a candle. But I'm like, but wait. And that little bit of doubt is making me think that this is the second both.
I'm going with just candle on this one.
Well, it's a movie.
Okay.
From 2011,
Okay.
Martha Evans has been abandoned by her husband, who took all their cash and left her homeless and virtually destitute with her 2 daughters and stepson. Martha leaves town in hopes of finding a job and a place to stay, and finally finds a job at a sleepy rural diner once famous for its homemade root beer. But with her car broken down and the bills piling up, it looks like a bleak Christmas for Martha and her family. However, there are warm hearts working behind the scenes that ultimately make this the happiest holiday of Martha's life.
Okay.
And it's a candle.
Yeah, okay.
Is it a root beer scented candle?
The aroma of warm vanilla cookies sprinkled with magic sugar sparkles.
Why do candle makers and deodorant makers not name their thing? Like, why do they name them after concepts?
I at least know what pure sport smells like, having now smelled it for years. Can you just get a candle like that?
Like, I feel that this is getting into some deep ontological, like, weeds.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, number 7.
That's also a candle you can get.
ontological weeds.
What? Who said
Yankee
that?
Candle or a strain of sativa.
I have several marijuana-related this or that's in the back pocket if we need them. Number 7, Fur Crazy. F-I-R.
Oh.
Thank you for
Are you
clarifying.
okay, Cameron? Yeah, good.
Surge.
Film!
Okay, so this should be a candle.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's a
Or
movie.
it's a movie? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
I
my-
agree.
Yeah. This
And we've
is
gotten-
one about one of them owns a Christmas tree lot.
Yeah,
And the other
it-
one is sent from a powerful bank to
And-
foreclose on the Christmas tree lot.
But then it burns down, but they fall in love. Love it.
We should write these.
Yeah, 100%.
And I just think that the Yankee Candle Corporation prides themselves on not being clever. They don't always succeed, but here we are.
All right.
So the only part of that was incorrect is that they're not trying to close the Christmas tree lot down.
I feel no pride in
does-
what I've accomplished
Wait,
here today.
it does burn down?
From 2013, Elise McReynolds is no fan of Christmas. Growing up on a tree farm meant every holiday was spent selling Christmas trees on a cold street corner. But when she loses her job and her dad breaks his leg, Elise agrees to run the family tree stand for one last season. Starring Sarah Lancaster, Eric Johnson, and Colin Mockery.
That
Oh,
face,
hell yeah, Colin Mockery. Let's go.
That face that they are both making is the exact face you make when your genitals get covered in sap.
What I don't know, because this is knowledge that that the submitters obviously wouldn't necessarily know, because this is something that we know, but this is not like common out there knowledge. I wish I knew how many of these had been shot in town, because many of these Hallmark movies, particularly their Christmas movies, are shot where we live in Victoria.
Yeah.
Right, because we look like Diet Coke, New York.
Yeah, you can really dress the sets.
Or like small-time England in certain neighborhoods if you replace a street sign.
Yeah. This movie was also released under the title Oh Christmas Tree. But I don't know, probably because Fur Crazy is a terrible name for a movie. Number 8, Home for the Holidays.
I know this is a movie.
Candle.
But is it a Hallmark?
But is it a Hallmark movie?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I also don't know if it's a candle or not.
I feel like Home for the Holidays is way too big budget of a name for Hallmark, so I'm going to go and limit. I'm going to say that Home for the Holidays is a holiday movie, but it's like big theater budget, big budget movie, and it's a terrible candle instead.
Yeah,
So
isn't this the one where...
Go ahead,
Isn't
Cameron.
this the one where Tim Allen gets into a brawl in a grocery store over a canned ham?
Why do we always think it's Tim Allen?
No, this was I
always
think it was
Malcolm.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I think it was the kid from that who wanted to get home for the holidays, but like all sorts of weird travel shenanigans happened, so he traveled everywhere. But that yeah. That's why we thought it was Tim Allen, because it's JTT was the kid from Home Improvement, right? Anyways, this is a candle.
Candle.
I mean,
Concur, 100%.
Both, but not Hallmark.
If it can't be a candle, because if it's home for the holidays, then your home doesn't smell like home. It smells like candle when you light it.
What if your home smells like candle, Ian? Did you think about that?
God.
Maybe you're a Yankee Candle home.
That's right. I can't put myself in that headspace.
So,
All right.
you're all very much on track here. Jonathan Taylor Thomas is not in the 1995 movie Home for the Holidays.
Yeah.
But it does star Holly Hunter, Anne Bancroft, and Robert Downey Jr. Therefore, it is not a Hallmark Channel movie, but Home for the Holidays is a Yankee Candle.
Nice. Like I think the movie is one of those big ensemble Christmas movies, right? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think I've ever seen it, but all right.
It fills the holiday air with scents of cinnamon and clove mixed with earthy cedar wood and balsam. All right, number 9, Gingerbread Romance.
I don't want to smell this.
Nope.
God. So many inappropriate jokes.
Why does
Moving
it smell
on.
like, why does it smell of icing everywhere?
Have we already had both of our boths?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Home for the Holidays. Is that right? No.
No,
That was the previous
gingerbread.
A Gingerbread Romance.
This is a film.
I hope so, because, I don't want a candle smelling of gingerbread romance.
Yeah,
My formula doesn't work for this.
A young, powerful business executive travels home, but on the way, he's seduced into the room of a young witch who beckons him inside with cookies, and also walls made of cookies.
Witch.
You know what? James is onto something here. It probably shouldn't be a candle. Therefore, it's a candle.
Well, I'm afraid that is incorrect, and I'm afraid also so is Ian's synopsis. It is a movie. With Christmas just weeks away, the architecture firm Taylor works for enters her in a contest which the teams will design and build life-size gingerbread houses. After the contest, Taylor will likely be getting a promotion to a position in another city. The firm teams her up with Isabel, a renowned French pastry chef with whom Taylor instantly locks horns. When Isabel backs out, Taylor stumbles into a local bakery and meets Adam, a baker and single dad. You can just infer the rest of the movie from there.
This isn't like an architecture problem. This is like a first-year engineering problem.
Life-size gingerbread? That sounds mad. That's
I
absolutely
would not live
ludicrous.
inside this house. It doesn't seem structurally sound.
No.
All right, number 10, the last one. Christmas
Okay.
at the beach.
I love this prompt.
Gotta be a candle,
Candle.
because it definitely has a
Candle.
distinctive smell.
That's just a bad name for a movie too. Like that.
It's got to be a movie where they learn about how they're making the wrong decision by doing Christmas at the beach and not somewhere that has snow in the northern states of the United States of America, which is the only country that celebrates Christmas.
But look at
have
Grandma.
snow.
She's hanging 10.
This is a candle that is a mix of like fir and holly and coconut.
I like it. Yeah, I'm definitely going candle on this one.
All right, was that everybody in? I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It is a candle. You are correct. Serge has named one of the 3 called out ingredients. Can you think of the
Well
other 2?
done.
It's a tropical holiday escape with this bright festive blend of blank, coconut, and blank. I bet you can't guess the other 2.
Salt and lime?
No.
Rum?
No.
Wait, what if we go back to like cinnamon? We want those holiday things.
I don't know why this is called Christmas at the beach. Just to be really clear.
Pineapple?
Cranberry.
Pineapple,
Pineapple?
coconut, and everyone's favorite Christmas and or beach scent, cilantro.
I was going to say colada, but no, cilantro. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I like cilantro, but I don't... Those first 2 are definitely like suntan lotions you massage into somebody.
Yeah. I was expecting like, pineapple, coconut, and cloves.
Like unless
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
idea of Christmas at the beach is lying back in a hammock with a big old burrito, you're not getting that combination.
I mean, I would kill for a Christmas burrito right now.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
Just imagining chilling on the beach in a hammock with a burrito resting on your chest.
Yeah.
Just like, yes, this
Push
is
it up.
life. Rom, rom, rom.
All right, so of all those films, which was the worst? It's still the Ghost one, right?
Oh, I don't know. I think...
Christmas
I
cookies
think the
is
one-
go to the small town and shut down the cookie factory.
Okay. Christmas
You're
Magic
a ghost,
is the Ghost
but you
one.
have to help this widower. Come back to the amusement park and help your estranged dad.
That sounds real bad.
Sucks you work in a diner and have all these children, but it'll all work out. No one
I
likes
mean,
selling
fur
Christmas
crazy.
trees. And build a house out of gingerbread.
I think
I
it's
gotta
the-
hear the scene about how the pastry chef saves the person from a collapsed gingerbread wall that's trapped them.
Yeah, like, does the world-renowned pastry chef walk off because she's a prima donna, or because she's like, people are going to die? This is not a joke. I can't. These are
I
not
think it's
load-bearing cookies.
I think it's the ghost one or the tree one.
It might be
could
the
not
tree
tell
one,
you.
to be honest.
The
Yeah.
ghost one
Chad's
sounds
definitely.
actually interesting, though. You're like, there's
have
a
similar
ghost, some things are
posters,
happening.
too.
Like,
If
what's the
nothing-
one where nothing happens? Nothing.
If nothing else,
Nothing happens in any of these, I assure you.
If nothing else, because Fur Crazy had to have the name changed, that seems to me to be a good indication.
Oh yeah, because they were like, it was like people don't understand that this is a movie.
Fur Crazy? Well, people call them things Christmas trees. What's this fur nonsense?
Also, Colin Mockery's in it.
Now the question is there any easy and legal way to watch this movie in Canada? Probably not.
How do you even sign up for Hallmark movies?
I think you either already are, or
Is it through Netflix, really?
Sometimes they're on Netflix.
Ah.
Netflix
you're not-
Canada has them.
wow.
Oh, it's meant to be a pun on Stir Crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh. Why didn't I?
Oh, I get it. That's funny.
I didn't pick up on that.
I didn't either.
This one was
Crazy
shot.
is not.
This one was shot in Toronto.
It's not on Netflix.
Well, here's
we
the
can
next
figure
question.
something
Which
out.
of these is
I'll-
on Netflix? Maybe we go
I'll
that
work it
in
out.
that order, right?
Okay, is Christmas Magic there?
We can work this out on our own.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I got it. I got you.
All right. That was this or that. Christmas Magic was shot in Hamilton. Anyway, thanks everybody. Thank you to Sarah and Cole for that submission. That was great. And now we have a little present for all of you in the form of a video that some of you have been waiting for some time. Enjoy.
I have 3 PS3s. I have 4 PS4s. Hello there, it's me again. Almost 7 years to the day since we last spoke, and it seems like you missed me. Ever since the PS5 launched, I've been absolutely inundated with requests and often demands to quite literally one-up myself. But ever since launch day, I've been busy. Because why spend my time talking about any number of PS5s when I could be playing PS5? Indeed, the first piece of PS5 software I spent time with was Astro's Playroom, and I'm happy to report that, just like Madonna's debut album, I have achieved quintuple platinum, because yes, I have 5 PS5s. Now I know what you're saying, I've heard it before. What does one even do with 5 PS5s? Well, I have one in my bedroom, one in my home theater, one in my bathroom, one in the ensuite to ensure even coverage, and I was going to put the last one in my office, but I was concerned it seemed a little big. So I put one here in my garden to beautify the neighborhood. Of course, you may be wondering if having 5 PS5s is really worth it. It's this lack of imagination on your part that perfectly illustrates the difference between you, someone with no PS5s, and me, someone with 5 PS5s. Another difference between you and me is that I have 5 PS5s. You probably know that the PS5 is fully 4K optimized for amazing visual quality. But did you know that that means it's displaying 8,294,400 pixels on every frame? And since I have 5 PS5s, I could be looking at 41,472,000 jaw-droppingly beautiful ray-traced pixels simultaneously. Meanwhile, you, a person without even a single PS5, will have to amuse yourself by looking at vastly inferior things like a shoe, or a pile of garbage, or the empty space under your TV where a PS5 could go. Perhaps you're thinking, I don't need a PS5 because I have an Xbox Series X. Okay. I also have an Xbox Series X and 5 PS5s. 5 PS5s is a lot, and since I own so many more PS5s than you do, I've prepared this infographic to better illustrate the vast difference in our console ownership rates. In this illustration, you have 0 PS5s, and I have 5 PS5s. Now I know what you're thinking. This isn't showing the whole story. And you're right. We must also consider the possession of the individual PS5s over time. So let's bring in our old friend, the Z-axis. Now, as you can see, right up until November 18th, we both had 0 PS5s. But then something very interesting happens on the 19th. You can see here that you continue to own 0 PS5s, whereas after this date, I own 5 PS5s. I realize it might be hard for you to imagine a PS5 without owning one, so consider this. Let's pretend you invite the Spice Girls to your birthday party, and they don't show up. Meanwhile, Baby, Sporty, Scary, Posh, and Ginger all show up to my birthday party. In this situation, 0 Spice Girls came to your party and 5 came to mine. Probably because I have 5 PS5s. On a clear night, it is estimated that you can see over 2,000 stars with the naked eye. That's many, many more than the number of PS5s I have. Then again, I have many, many more PS5s than you have. Isn't the universe amazing? Hey, remember when I said this? I have 3 PS3s. This is like that, but 2 more. Obviously, you may have gone through the hassle of getting your own PS5. And hey, gold star for you. Great job. Of course, that would mean that I have 5 gold stars because I have 5 PS5s. I mean, this isn't a contest, but if it was, I would be winning 5-1. I have a confession to make. I don't really have 5 PS5s. They're all fake. That was a simulation of what it would be like if I didn't have 5 PS5s. It was so convincing because of the computing power of my 5 PS5s. So in conclusion, I have 5 PS5s. And I think that speaks for itself.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed 5 PS5s. Let me tell you, we have been planning that one for a while. Always intended to do one, but, logistics of filming and everything. Though we did have all the PS5s on launch day. More than we needed, actually. So, we are going to be giving away 2 digital edition PS5s on December 26th. We'll be giving one away here on Twitch and another one on YouTube. For information on how you could potentially win one, go and check out the video on our YouTube channel. But for now, here tonight, we're going to be playing a little game called YourChristmasWish.com, where 4 players are going to be engaging in some double Secret Santa. Each of the players has brought a gift for another one of the players, but because it's double secret, even they don't know what gift they've brought. And in a manner similar to Live on Location, they have to guess exactly what it is they have brought from Wish.com based on clues from the other players. Let's take it away.
Oh man, I'm so glad we could get together like this.
Yeah.
I'm feeling festive as hell.
I'm very cozy.
Can we start the gift exchange then?
Yes.
Yes, please, let's.
Great. So I got, in Secret Santa, I got Kathleen.
Oh.
And so I thought and decided to get you this.
Honestly, I can see why you got this for me.
Yeah, this is something I think Kathleen would like to have in her house.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I've seen the interior of your house many times and thought, you know, what this house really needs, what it has always lacked, was something like this, and especially something this really big.
It is unusually big for its size, but not too big to have in my house. Because I don't like clutter too much. So it's a reasonable size.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is significantly larger than it should be, but is not inappropriately large.
Yeah.
This seems correctly scaled for its task.
I think in general, like folks around the house would enjoy this. Like everyone of the household, really.
Yeah, this has broad appeal.
Yes, well, Kathleen likes to eat healthy, and I thought that would be a great way to remind her to eat healthy with giant fruit stands.
Well, do you think that this I feel like this definitely fulfills one part of the food pyramid, if that was still a thing. However, what I really think you did a great job here is the fact that it's not going to stink up the joint.
Yeah, like this being a simulated object definitely solves a lot of cleanup problems.
It would certainly, though. You look at it and you just feel hungry, don't you, Kathleen?
Well, I certainly see ways that I can include this into my diet, but like, it's definitely something I'd, not normally buy. And also, Penelope won't eat this. The version that you've got me, because it's a simulacrum or the real thing. So, for that, it's a little harder.
Well, it's fine though, but it's also being so light you could probably just keep it out of the way and hang it over your table, right? You have a really big dining room table, so this really big.
Well, yeah. And honestly, I think the silent version of these are much better than the other ones.
Yeah, although I could see hanging this over the dining room table would cause some havoc, right? If its attended audience goes for it.
Yeah.
But the meme potential, however, very strong recently.
I know how much you dislike plastic, Kathleen, so I clearly did not want to get you something made of plastic.
Yeah, you made a great choice here. Also, being in Victoria, the recreation aspect of this, I think, is quite nice too for the certain feline friends that would get behind this.
So I know I'm fishing about, but you don't mind that I'm fishing for more good things about this really large metal?
Well,
wooden. It looks like I thought it was metal, but it's really just made of wood, isn't it?
It's in fact beige. It's Penelope has played with it a lot. It's it's actually quite attractive to children and to pets. But you're so close.
Although I don't think Penelope's
it's such a
going
soft material.
Yeah.
Although I don't think Penelope really gets the same high off of it that the pets do.
That's
Is
true.
this a giant knit fish, like a giant knit fish filled with catnip?
Yeah, basically.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yes!
It's a plush fish. Yeah. Well done. That was really good.
Well done to you too for helping me out. Thank you, everybody.
Were my
I hope
clues
you
too
enjoyed it.
esoteric? Oh my, I'm so sorry. 1 second, I'm not ready. I have to put my blocking other window up. All right. So, that was very good, Beej. But the Secret Santa, I'm ready. So, Cameron, I got you in the
Yes,
Secret
Kathleen?
Santa.
Oh, I can't wait. Your gifts are always so thoughtful.
Oh, I hope so. So I got you this.
Well, it's certainly very flattering.
It leaves nothing to the imagination. I mean,
Yeah.
other than all the fun you can have pretending.
On the flip side, I think we definitely needed another one of these in our friend group. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Prior ones of these are getting a little BG.
I have kind of been hogging them all for myself, haven't I? Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Although I suppose we could, recreate some memes with this.
We'd have to get a second one. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Is this a bronzed underwear statue?
No, but you must have given that to somebody else, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no,
So
this,
many
is,
gifts.
this is a different gift.
Yeah, but
All right.
what did you think when you were buying this thing?
I just wanted something that Cameron would be able to exist harmoniously with.
At least you didn't get him the black one. That would be a little too harmonious, I think.
Does it have a pattern?
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
there's definitely going to be nothing between me and this.
I think it looks super comfy, Cameron. I just wouldn't wear it far from home.
Oh. So is this some sort of, like, item that you can snuggle in like a kigurumi? Or
I mean,
blanket?
Yeah, you could certainly get all snuggly up in this. Realistically, I think it's really cool that you were able to get this on such short notice. It's nice that the company that you bought this from is really starting to loosen up with the license on it a little bit. Yeah.
After all the licensing hassles that they've had with the arguments, yeah.
I just really hope they don't start from the beginning again.
Oh, right. I know, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Invalidate this entirely.
Yeah.
Oh. Is this related to the Star Wars? I'm so bad at this game.
No, you're doing fine.
Yeah.
Is it so? Fart. All right.
I mean, with this, we could do the origin story all over again, since I think I'm the only person on Earth not to have been in an origin story film.
Cam, would you put this on? I demand pictures of it. I demand pictures. Give me pictures of you in this.
Thrilled to oblige.
But as long as Cam owning this gift, I survive. I'd be very happy in general.
Oh, right. Because of your intimate relationship, you're like you've known Cameron since high school, and because of your lovely ginger hair, right?
Well, more so. I mean, I'm not so much of a father figure to Cameron. What would you call me, Cam? Like
I don't know, like
like an
my
uncle?
father's brother.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
I think we could get you through one of these.
Spider-Man, Uncle Ben, but something that is intimately entwined with Cameron in some way. Is it a Dakimakura?
I just said he shouldn't wear it far from home.
Bath?
Beach has been wearing a lot of these on camera too.
What's Beach wear? A polo shirt? Oh no.
I'd love to get Beach a spider polo, let me tell you. Man, that's a way better idea than the gift I ended up getting him.
Kathleen, you rang in at Spider-Man. Do you want to get in a little bit tighter, or do you want to see what it is?
Is it something like... Is it something extremely lewd? Or like medium lewd?
No.
Oh, thank God. All right, no, I have no idea what it is. I'm sorry.
All right, reveal it to yourself.
All right. Oh, it's just a onesie suit. Oh, that makes sense. All right. So
gift, Kathleen.
Good gift.
Yeah, and it doesn't green screen out, so I thought that's something that Cameron can use at home.
It's very thoughtful. Thank you. I look forward to getting a lot of use out of it and laundering it thoroughly after every time.
Yeah, just like we do with the ones at the office, obviously.
Yes, they get laundered all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes just
Instead of just thrown out because they don't chroma properly anymore.
Cameron, I think you're the next one to give out a gift.
Yeah, it's my turn. Here, let me just obscure the window here. Okay, so this gift I got for Ben because I know, Ben, you're into things like this.
Oh, wow!
Holy crap!
There's so many words on the box. I have to hold on, let me get my reading glasses.
About a dozen of them that all mean the same thing, in fact.
I need a thesaurus to get through this.
Right, yeah, and I mean, I figured it would be useful for word games in some way.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, I think one thing that we've been really missing when we do board game streams is a super wide camera. And I mean, this would be great.
There's a lot of very interesting shots you could get from this. Yeah.
And it combines like, you know, I feel like it's a real meeting of your two interests, right? Like I can see why you would buy this for Cameron or for Ben as a gift, Cameron.
What was going through your mind when you were at the store looking for this?
Well, I mean, I decided that I needed something like impressive, right? And you know, large. Something that people would really look at and think about hard. But I wanted to make sure it was like clear in its intent.
If I saw one of these coming, I'd be very, very certain that something clear and intentional was about to happen to me. It's true. The fact that it's really just like a toy version of the actual real thing, though, is, you know, it's still nice because the thing looks massive, even despite the fact it's a toy.
Okay, now, Cameron, I love this, and I don't like looking a gift this in the mouth, but is there any reason you went with the 2.4 and not the 5 on it? I mean, it's 20. It's like we're in the 2020s. Like the 2.4 just seems so outdated at this point.
Well, I mean, I had to consider your ability to resolve it with the camera.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it looks like I could probably slide like a cell phone onto this thing and then get the shots that way.
I'm surprised that for somebody who has no Fs left to give, that you gave him so many Fs. There are so many Fs here.
Yeah,
like 22
Fs.
of
them. That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you know, you have to consider all kinds of different lighting conditions, right? When you're evaluating something like this.
Oh my god!
It's so maneuverable. For like a typically, like, you know, I would say that it could move on a hair trigger. It might actually even be slightly difficult to control. But Ben is, because we know is super good at video games, will be fine controlling this.
This is definitely the kind of maverick choice I appreciated at Cameron.
I mean, whenever I'm given something like this, it usually gets taken away from me because people are just like, oh, I don't know, you could hurt somebody. You're really getting into the danger zone.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. Maybe I thought you could, you know, once we're able to go outside again, you would be able to take this around and play with it out in an open field.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someplace where you know, like it wouldn't get in danger of like winding up in a tree.
Yes. Yeah, that absolutely. I believe you know exactly what you gave me, Cameron.
Yes, because it's a remote-controlled F-22 fighter.
Yeah! Wow. Spot on.
Woo! This thing looks tight, actually. I love this.
And it's 19 cents off, apparently.
Hot diggity dog. Wait, is this what he's flying in the new movie?
I don't know, actually, if it's an F-22.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's an F-35, apparently? Oh, Jesus.
Whoops.
That's an expensive movie.
Thanks.
All right. I'm going to cover up my thingy here. So I had the prestigious honor of having Beej as my secret Santa this year, and I mean, how do you buy something for Beej, the man who has it all? But I think I cracked the nut, and this is something that Beej didn't even know he had.
You're right. This is really neat, actually. I'm gonna have to get an inverter for it to run it here in the U.S. But
No. It runs on. It's 220 volt.
And I mean, like, honestly, I would trust Ben to buy one of these. I think he has a reasonable amount of expertise in these kinds of like decorations.
Yeah, I see you trying to suck me into your lifestyle there, buddy. Like, you know, but
Well, I mean, one thing that I do know about you is that you're willing to try anything, even if it's like a little bit outside your general comfort zone. And I thought that your house could use a little more joy in it. It gets a little dreary in there sometimes.
yeah, you know, I mean, this is a nice alternative to a plant that it's still, you know, helps to keep the place rather moist.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if I had to, I would see this at the intersection of your interests, right? With Ben's hobbies and Beej's specific interest in these kind of features sometimes, right? Yeah.
I am a Cancer, and that is something that we're really quite into.
Right, right. Like, I mean, it's not. It was really difficult to find something that clashed with, like, my budding interest in Warhammer and the love of, I guess, craft beer. But I think this kind of comes together to solidify that you might enjoy a little bit.
Oh, I see. Instead of water, I could fill this full of craft beer, is what you're saying. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, I suppose this would be kind of like a dwarven terrain feature.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Well, and I think what could be kind of neat, I guess, is if I'm getting the right vibe from you. You seem like somebody who would like to hide something behind this, like while it's flowing.
It's well, it's the thing is, it's really there's not a lot of space to hide things on this. The rocks kind of just feel like they just kind of feel like I don't really have anything that I can put underneath them. But yeah, I mean, maybe in the grass that's behind it, that's part of the whole thing. That's kind of cool.
Although,
yeah,
I guess I misspoke earlier when I said that this was kind of like, you know, something that was directly in Ben's wheelhouse, because I guess this is like a different, what, phylum?
Yeah, I
Class?
think actually,
Order?
yeah, I think it's it's distinctly off of. Yeah, I think it's a different.
Different branch somewhere.
Yeah.
But
biologically,
related,
I think these two things aren't quite on the same. But you know, it does say that you could put this in any sort of enclosure. But yeah, I'm a little concerned. It might be a little loud, but
oh, I mean, it could be, but I mean, realistically, you know, there's so many loud noises coming from your home, like on the regular, that I just sort of assumed that it would kind of blend into the background. And also, like, you know, you've got allergies and stuff, so I figured that maybe a reptile of sorts would be cool,
as opposed to getting, like, you know, a cat or a dog. It's true, and I guess having this would be a good thing to have with a reptile. Yeah, especially one that really likes, you know, doesn't want to be dry all the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, even I wouldn't be too worried about the noise of this. Some people keep features like this in their house basically for the sound that it makes.
Oh, without even having a pet in the first place. It's true. They actually like the sound in some cases. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, and I know Beej as a massive fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I figured he would definitely want something that a turtle would enjoy inside of his house.
I certainly would.
Like some sort of turtle water feature waterfall thing.
Yes!
Yes,
I would!
Oh, sick! Wow, this thing's just cool. It kind of looks like it actually looks like an iMac back there.
Yeah, it does, right?
Water out to it. Well, I hope you enjoy it, Beej, and whenever you do decide to get that turtle, I'm sure this thing will love it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And because it was only $1, I'll buy you McDonald's, buddy.
Sure, that's great.
Yeah.
It's I'm glad the gift exchange was a success. Let's all go get some punch and some cookies, and you guys can all enjoy the highlights.
Heck. Okay. Well, folks, that's been Play It Forward. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. There will not be any future episodes. Good day.
And cloves. Now, is this enough of a sauce for us to be able to take it off the hob yet? The answer is... Ow, that's very hot.
November only had 1 chill point, so...
Yeah, I think this... Yep.
But November's a short month. You know, it's only like... It's only like
long.
8 days.
Yeah.
We don't know what Ixidor did to have this vision. Like, Ixidor might have just gotten, like, really hopped up on something goofy and been like, oh, I see this Akroba and she's got all these abilities, and then everyone else was like, Ixidor, you need to lie down?
Please don't look past the 5th page. Your eyes will cross. It will be too much. Just focus on the character sheet for now. But don't... Adam.
You better be done, Syrup. Starting to spatter. What? Oh, let's get you back in the half. There we go. Take the finger. Oh, ow. Ow. That's very hot.
Do you know what it's like to be able to tell Scotland Yard to assassinate someone?
I mean, video games are all about new experiences.
I've only done it virtually once, and already I'm addicted.
I'm gonna roll.
Wait.
It can do that?
Oh, what are the odds?
No, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, see? Everything's fine. No, not fine. We were fine, and then we weren't fine.
Come down to McDonald's and get the McTwin, which is you order it and they just give you a twin. Somebody who looks identical to you, that they very quickly grow in the lab in the back.
And Paul McCartney, who you might know of the Monkees fame. Now,
I mean, I own a washlet, so that's kind of my, it's part of my brand now. I'm the guy who shoots water up his ass.
Whatever you gotta do.
Gotta make that fucking highlight reel somehow, Paul. I don't know these days, Jesus.
Smoke on the water.
Water.
Yeah, I'll play online. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I'll continue offline.
5 is my Nog, James. 5 is my winner, but runner-ups are 4 and 1.
Cool, you're wrong.
Yes! Oh god, I wanted that! Yes!
You gotta hide. And you've got to do everything that you can to maintain the masquerade.
So is like, I guess rule number 1, like if you're a vampire, no telling non-vampires where vampires are?
Don't talk about Bike Club.
Don't talk about Bike Club.
Ooh, that almost got me. Ah, damn it.
Oh, you turned! Oh, you just turned and watched! You didn't even say anything! James!
Down? Straight down, I think?
No, it doesn't go straight.
No.
It goes on an angle. Right.
No. Oh, this is the worst pain ever.
I think everybody wants to pull down the oven door and stand on the oven door.
Oh. I don't think I've ever wanted to do that.
What?
No.
Come on, the classic fantasy.
Everybody above you is going to be trying to control you and poop on you because they live forever. There's no advancement without death, essentially.
It's like, oh, I just have to wait for Bob to retire.
Bob's not going to retire. Bob's 1,000 years old and owns an entire town in Moldova. Like, he's not going anywhere.
Also, Bob can kill you by looking at you. You think.
You think, probably. Who knows? Somebody said Bob one time and died. I don't know.
We're going to Junka, in their bunka. No, wait, it's...
That's right, Duke. We're gonna bunka, we're gonna junka, and we're gonna bam in your faces. We're bringing back rock.
I don't consent to that.
Can I have a turn in bed when you're done?
I need a turn in bed as well.
Okay, but I've had a really hard week.
Danger. God!
Well. I think we know who the devil's daughter was all along. Do not roll credits on me. Do not.
We come in peace.
Here.
Oh.
As a sign of good faith, I will shoot only one of you.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh.
How do I talk? I'm not bonk.
Uh-oh.
Does anybody speak this?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Run away! Run away!
Dearest Kathleen, I have been trapped in this level for some time now. I miss you and Penelope very much. I hope to see you again someday. But I will be a man changed. I will return to you different. More radical and or tubular. With an irrational fear of crates.
Inside you, there's 2 raptors.
Oh wow, I could totally be doing that joke. Inside each hunter, there are 2 animals. They're both screaming. In my case, inside of me, there are 2 Kevins.
2 of my dad inside of Surge.
Now that I know that Kevin is named after your dad, it's a lot weirder.
Coming out of my mouth, given my character, weird that something I would say comes out of my mouth sounding lewd. Like that one Pokemon story I did. That was fun.
Yes, your character.
Yeah.
At the very least, this expansion has fulfilled my fantasy of being carried around by a giant woman.
Very nice.
What? What? What?
Wait, what?
My bird used Hotline Miami at you.
Holy moly. An entire extra game mode just came out of Embryo's cloaca. That must have been very painful.
You had to land here. You're fine.
But can he beat Shadow Spear? Look, I'm on the LRMTG account. If the highlights have taught me anything, is this account only draws lands.
Yeah, you're gonna get up from your seat next break and fall into a hole.
Ah, that was a nice easy one.
Oh my god. Here come the boys.
Outplayed, you idiots! Oh my god. F off. F off. Leave me alone. Go away. I'm not signing for this delivery. Absolutely, how dare you? No, stop it. I didn't order it. I didn't order any of this. No! I almost made that.
Oh fuck. Look how much damage that did. Oh fuck. I got fucking chomped. Alright, don't get hit. Oh fuck, I got hit. Oh fuck. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, you missed! Okay. Don't get hit. Alright. Let's not get hit. Fuck, I got hit. Trying to bait like the big stab. Like that. Oh, not like that. Fuck! Why does he do it so fast?
We can all die due to our opulence.
That's how I've always wanted to go.
Crushed beneath a pile of crowns.
We just see Graham's mangled corpse with a broken neck and a bunch of crowns surrounding it. Goals, to be honest.
Have we ever checked out the basement of the moon base? Is that where we're hiding our skill tree levels? Is that a thing we need to do that one day?
You should check, yes, absolutely.
Later, idiots. I'm fucking out of here. Actually, you can kill me. That's faster. Hey. Yeah! We did it! Oh man, what a fucking pain in the ass that was!
Cameron, you've been quiet for a while. You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking.
It's
that
makes me more nervous than anything you've said tonight.
That's why you take children to the aquarium, so they can know death.
Stare it right in the face.
You gotta get that kind of stuff over with, you know.
Just get it out of the way.
At some point, your kid's gonna see a marine biologist strangled to death by a mutant starfish, and you know what? Why not sooner rather than later? Rip the band-aid off, I always say.
Tunnel City!
Don't let humans know what you are.
Okay, that's easy.
Is it? Because I caught you going to a burger joint.
Yeah, I was hungry.
Check it out. Repeat.
Have you tried looking up?
We've made an enormous pile.
Yeah, we made this big thing, and now I can't understand what anybody else is saying.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12 people tall.
I want to see what this looks like from...
Here, let me see if we can swap.
Swap? Okay.
No, don't. Let me screen share.
But I want the stream to see.
Here. Yeah. Let me
Here,
see if we can do a swap.
I'm gonna...
Pull out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
There.
I can't believe that worked.
The transfer about... No!
Oh, God! Here's how combat works. In a van. In the middle of the road. This was just supposed to be a chase, and now it's a chase and combat.
What happened, Ben?
Blobfish.
Thank you, Paul, for telling us what happened.
That's what happened.
Oh no. Oh. How can he eat all of us? Oh, we're all dead. That's why. Okay.
All right, it's up to Kathleen.
Oh, we're fucked.
Well, there's a treasure chest down here too.
Oh, no, he ate me.
You gibber. What action would you like to take? While gibbering, that's a free action.
Oh, okay, we've dropped below 325 precipitously, increasing power to the warp drive. Now let's just...
Giving her all she's got.
Nerd! Nerd! Nerds! Nerd!
These fallen had an unfamiliar house. That was therapeutic.
Oh. Oh, fuck. Calculated.
They call me First Try Turner.
Wait, you're not at the very bottom. Where are you?
Oh my god, I can't believe I actually did it!
Smooth as butter.
I have a suggestion for Cam. Maybe make sure the blood doesn't get all over yourself. Because the man is bleeding.
It's true.
Actually.
Yeah, Tremere.
Can I?
Something unfortunate has happened.
I'm going to give you one opportunity to not do that.
Is that really bad?
Let's
that
find
seems
out.
bad.
Please roll a frenzy check.
How do I do that?
Cool. Whoo! All right.
Okay.
Hey, we're going to jump into another improv game here that we're calling Santa Confessionals. A few folks have been a little naughty this year, and unfortunately, they can't remember how they've been bad. Luckily, Santa has helpers out there on Twitter and Discord, so from your suggestions that we compiled earlier, we're going to get to watch as Santa and his visitors discover together how they have been bad, what their repentance should be, and what they think they deserve to get for Christmas. So please enjoy Santa Confessionals.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, it's another time of year when I need to get back into the booth and hear those confessions at the last minute. You know, there's a bunch of you out there that only believe in Santa when it comes down to that time of year. Might as well throw open the doors and see who's here to decide whether they want to be nice for the rest of the year instead of naughty. Oh, 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 oh. Why, it's a man with just a head.
Forgive me, Santa, for I have been naughty. I desecrated a World Heritage Site. None of the, not one of like the really big ones. Like one of like the ones that you don't often think about.
Oh, like a small poet's
so much
house.
So that I forgot what it was. Yes, yeah, probably that one.
Emily Carr, did you take a dump on Emily Carr's doorstep?
The one thing that's really Santa, the one thing that's pissing me off is Victoria real estate prices, and that's just a big old space of land that's just being undeveloped and could be used for, apartment buildings that aren't starting at like $500,000.
It's true. Santa understands the desire to drive down those property values through any means necessary, and you know that Santa can't fit an entire 2-bedroom apartment with pet restrictions removed inside of his sack.
Santa, all I want to do is eat the rich.
Well, that might make you a bit too plump like Santa. They seem to be growing more and more. Tell you what, we'll see what we can do with you. But first we're going to need to know what you are going to do to get yourself back on the nice list.
I'll do anything, Santa.
Let's see. Let me check my notes here. For the burning, I'm sorry, not the burning. You didn't set your poop on fire, did you?
Well, not intentionally.
Oh, very naughty.
But I mean that, carrying a slingshot in your back pocket is so played out. It's old Dennis the Menace days. In 2020, I keep a magnifying glass in the back of my pocket, and I think the Victoria sun may have also lit the building on fire.
Very ecological of you. Oh. That gets you one step closer, but we still have to deal with the matter of the desecration of the World Heritage Site. Now, according to my elves, let's see here. The proper repentance for desecrating the World Heritage Site is to fight a raccoon.
A whole raccoon? I don't know.
One whole raccoon.
Where would I even find a raccoon this time of year? Don't they hibernate?
Oh, well, I'm sure that some of them are hibernating, some of them are out and about, and some of them are very hungry, I might say. Maybe try leaving out some milk and cookies outside. If they're inside, you know who's gonna get them.
Right, yeah, it's, that's the Santa tax. Well, could I, okay, now go with me on this, Santa. We've been talking about, making money and capitalism and such. Could I stage this like one of those old-timey boxing sort of events? Man versus ravenous beast?
I don't see why not. You should be able to have fun as you learn. Yes, sell tickets, sell beer, bring the whole community around, and they'll see you graduate from a naughty, naughty weakling into a raccoon-defeating nice boy.
I like that title. That's something I could throw on a business card. Well,
not the way you're going to throw that raccoon around, I might guess.
Oh, yeah. Well, gee, Santa, if I do this and I truly get off the naughty list, what do you think I could get?
Well, then you'd make it onto the nice list, and Santa's not one to presume what you might like. What do you think you deserve for Christmas should you make it back onto the nice list this year?
One thing I have wanted ever since I was a child was an anatomically correct Waluigi doll. Ever since I first saw that lanky lad when I booted up Mario Tennis, I thought I don't want to play with these Ken dolls anymore. I want the real thing.
And it's true. I mean, as we know, Waluigi is the exact and polar opposite of Luigi. And Luigi, as you know, is just a wee bitty man, so I cannot wait for you to be able to unwrap that true anaconda on Christmas morning. Ho, ho, ho!
I can't wait, and whenever I look at it, I'll think of you, Santa.
Oh, you'll just point yourself north and think of that pole just rising out of the ground with a big brass tip on it, and Santa will be right there in your mind.
And I'll rise too. Well, Santa, I guess I gotta go. I got some flyers to distribute and a raccoon to find.
Oh, yes,
thanks. Merry Christmas.
Santa Dominus Alberalis and all that. Oh, who do we have next here who might be on the naughty? Oh.
Forgive me, Father Christmas, for I have been naughty.
Oh, it happens to the best of us around this time of year now.
And to me.
And to you as well, yes. Now, it's been such a difficult year for so many people trying their best. What caused you to stray from the path of presents and cheer?
Well, having trouble remembering, but I listened to improv jazz.
Oh.
Now, in my defense, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yes.
And then it was definitely not a good idea.
Oh,
just the squeaks and squonks, just
my
just
child,
kept going.
When you put on improv jazz, you don't just injure yourself, but you injure those around you. Were there any of the fair races in there? Maybe some children? You didn't damage children with the jazz, did you?
It was at the office Christmas party.
Oh, well, you certainly saved yourself a bit of trouble there, I might say.
There was just no logical end point.
Music
never stopped.
And nothing's written down. And you know how I like to write things down. It's completely antithetical to the Santa traditions. Well, let's see here. I haven't had to deal with improv jazz since the late 70s. Dave Brubeck got quite the call that year, I might say. let's see here. What can we ask you to do? Let's see.
I'll do anything to repent for listening to that much improv jazz. We had to throw the speakers out of the window, and the band.
It really is the only way. It's if it's a ground floor, you're probably safe. Let's see. Now, when Dave Brubeck came to me with this sort of problem, I asked him. I thought that his repentance should be to eat a tarantula.
I see.
Yes.
Deep fried or otherwise.
Oh, well, I see you've done this before then. You're going to eat the tarantula deep fried, are you?
I'm asking you, is that all right?
Santa's going to get a kick out of that. You know I can see you when I'm sleeping, and I know when you're awake. That's something they don't tell you in the song, that yes, I see you at all times.
Do you also see where I might be able to find a tarantula locally?
Well, there's a number of pet stores, but those are friendly tarantulas that don't want to bite you or be bitten. No, I think you're going to have to probably log on to a website and maybe one of those, I want to say, South American river-based sites. They should be able to provide you with tarantulas, live or otherwise, that you can deep fry or consume in some sort of a sushi, whichever pleases your palate the most. But I will be watching, and I want not one, not two, but 8 furry legs inside you.
I will do that, Father Christmas. I will. I mean, yes. Maybe I will try barbecuing it, or sushi, as you say, or.
Personally, when it comes to arachnids, I prefer to eat my tarantulas in a sous vide. I think it really keeps the insides nice and soft while keeping the outside perfectly crunchy.
You know so much. Do you know how long one should brine a tarantula for?
Now, are you going to spatchcock that tarantula?
Yes. Right up the middle.
Well, then you're just bringing all
crisp.
Bringing all the goodness right out. No, you'd put a brine net for a good 2 hours, no longer. Otherwise, you might end up with a bit of the old acid reflux, as Santa likes to call it.
Okay. All right. 2 hours. Okay.
Well,
All
taking
right.
Good.
Yep.
Good. Taking
Great. Okay.
notes.
Yeah. I think I can handle this.
Perfect. That'll bring you right in line with where Santa needs you to be now. Now that you're back on the straight and narrow, what do you think you'll be deserving of for Christmas, my boy?
Oh, yes. I've been thinking about this all year, more than anything else this year for Christmas. I want some of those truck stop boner pills. The ones at the local pharmacy are far too normal. I'm looking for like verging on deadly, like comical. When it's like you can't take this much and it'll kill you, sort of thing. Like almost there. Like just back it off slightly.
Santa's got you covered there, and Santa's on to you, trying to be all naughty to get you to eat a tarantula when you know that those boner pills are full of tarantulas!
Oh, Santa, I could never pull one over your eyes.
Yes, it just does that naturally. Well, wonderful. Glad to have you back in the flock.
Me too. Boy, I can't wait to eat all of this spider.
Suck the bits out of the legs. It's how you get all the best meat.
I'll have a priapism from Christmas to New Year's. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh, so many good children now. Let's see who. Well, it's about time to. Oh, There's one more here.
It's good to see you again, Kris Kringle.
Good to see you. Is it Doctor now?
It's Doctor now. It's been great. I haven't seen you in a while. I figured we'd probably want to. I should just get right to it, really, right? So,
in one moment, I need to take you off the naughty list for misrepresenting yourself in a malpractice institution. Okay, good.
Appreciate that. Forgive me, Father Christmas, for I've been naughty. The big bad thing I done this year? I open mouth kissed a horse. I got a question from a viewer, and I realized that me and my partner, we really couldn't figure out exactly the kind of advice we need to give. So I thought the best thing to do probably is just open mouth kiss a horse, because they're a little, they grow up in Alberta on a farm, and they got to make do somehow. And I was like, well, you know how it is. Like, of course, got big teeth, but once you get past that, is really big tongue. So. But I figured that's maybe the kind of thing that isn't quite, so kosher with you folks up at the North Pole. So I wanted to just come in here and be clear about, hey, I probably am on the naughty list. If you want to, I check my naughty list, but there's nothing on here. It's just a fucking fake. So if you got an idea, let me know.
Look, I don't sort my Excel spreadsheets by anything, really. It just comes in there as it comes in, so I probably haven't seen that yet. But honestly, it's something that I can understand. As you know, there's the common sense out there that says never look a gift horse in the mouth. What do you do? Can you figure out?
You've got reindeer, right? You must know how it is. Like, you must see them walking past every day, swinging their tails in the air, kind of getting that little tickle. It's kind of like, maybe you or Mrs. Claus been tempted every so often to, I don't know, just slap one right on Rudolph's nose.
And what is the most receptive organ in the human body to the variety of senses than the tongue? Of course you'd want to put it inside of the horse's mouth. It's why they call it horse sense.
Exactly. I kind of, in a way, I don't even think I really made it onto the naughty list at all, now that I think about it. But
well, between you and me, two professionals acting within our bounds as professionals amongst the lay people, we do have to understand. But unfortunately, for the rest of the world, I am going to have to make a bit of an example out of you, and for that
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
For that, we're going to have to dive deep into the naughty repentance. Let's see. Well, we can't have you eating spiders. We can't have you doing sick tricks in not in an F-22, but let me see. Son, do you have a BMX bicycle that I gave you back when you were 7?
When I was 7 years old, you gave me a BMX bicycle, yes, and I weirdly still have it. Mm-hmm. That's mostly on me. I moved into my parents' house when they died, and it's up in the attic, so
you can't get rid of your presents from Santa. That just makes you naughty for life.
Yeah. So I have a BMX bike. What would you like me to do with it? Donate it to charity? Like, give it to a kid? Like...
Well, again, as you know, Santa sees all and hears all, so you can do this whenever you've got the time in your busy schedule. I know, as a doctor. I'd just like you to do, some form of sick stunt. Absolutely just ludicrous. I want you to kickflip that thing into an ollie of unprecedented rotational velocity.
Like, are you talking, like, can I just do some simple bunny hops over some logs? Or do you want me to, get, Danny McStyles kind of, BMX tricky, hook a trailer up to the back of my bike and, do, corkscrew flips over with a child in the back? Is that the kind of thing we're going for? Because I'll endanger a child. I need you to understand, any child, I will gladly endanger a kid.
Well, I don't know, Mr. Fancy Pants Doctor. If someone came into your office and suggested that maybe they had a wee little tickle in their throat or maybe a small mark on the side of their nose, would you say that was sick?
Well, if they came into my office and said they had a weird little tickle, it wouldn't have been, in their throat, unless they have, the chlamydia of the gorge. It's more of My job as a doctor is a little more of the psychological component, I think. I guess if I'm to do really sick bike stunts, could I just get sick first, like get a fever or perhaps some sort of flu, and then just like ride down the street and try to jump a car?
Well, I think if you look deep down inside your doctorate, you'll find that that's the sort of thing that makes St. Nicholas just smile and vibrate like a bowl full of, well, gel of some sort. We'll let you
C's
fill
get
that.
degrees. That's what I've heard. All right, good. Minimum effort. We're gonna get the hell out of here. Then I'm gonna need, I don't know. Like I've got the BMX bike. If it's possible, can you just like slide me back on the naughty list a little bit? Because I mean, I've been thinking about getting something for Christmas as well, and maybe I'll work it into the act somehow.
Ooh, well, I think we can work on that. What have you got in mind?
Well, what I've always wanted is a Phantom of the Opera mask, because I'm too recognizable. When I'm on the streets, people don't appreciate my presence. I get yelled at a lot. A lot of those people who are in the I the asshole threads on Reddit tend to find out where I live and I work. They tend to take up their own problems with me when I'm just trying to give them serious advice on, you know, why they shouldn't hold it against their partner that they want to open French kiss mouth a horse thing. Kind of. Look, this is
Well, I mean, they shouldn't be holding it against their partner unless they want it held against them anyway.
It's about being good, giving, and game. I agree. So I'll put the mask on. I'll dig the old BMX out. I'll lube it up a little bit, and I'll see if I can't like do some sick 180, you know, kickflip things that the kids are doing these days. Maybe I'll jump over a school or some shit. I don't know. But this has been great, and really, what it comes down to is I'm just glad that I didn't tell you what hole I open mouth French kissed on that horse. So I'll see you later. Bye.
I'll have to reschedule my appointment then later. Mrs. Claus is going to need something to make sure that I... Anyway, hey, that's our show for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. It's been an absolute belly laugh of a time. But now, please, enjoy this.
Oh, can I still do it? Hopefully somebody's watching. I've always wanted to do this on stream. So the trick for this is to apply the soda very, very slowly.